All right, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, beautiful people. My name is Francine, and this is my channel, The Hermetic Herald. Back with a new setup. I'm going to be kind of working between the two. I feel like getting on camera is something I really want to do more of as far as like my whole body, but right now this is my setup. Let me know what you think if you'd like, but I'd like to touch base on another celebrity today. So I've been hearing a lot about these two people. I just did a reading on Taylor Swift, and I'll link it in the top right corner for you guys so you can check it out if you'd like to, if you feel like you are interested in what's coming for Taylor Swift. But I feel like I want to touch base with Taylor Swift's energy when it comes to Olivia Rodrigo. So between the two of them, there's this tension that I'm feeling here. And I don't know what the history is between the two of them. I know very little, but I feel like that'll help me actually look at this with an unbiased approach, as unbiased as possible, considering I don't know them very well. I know of them. You know, it's hard not to hear Taylor Swift's music. It's hard not to hear Olivia Rodrigo's music. So I don't come from a place of knowing them personally or having information on them. So I want to see what comes through for them. So interesting. I'm feeling this card and this card. So I want to touch base on a couple of things with you guys. I want to touch base on the aura surrounding the relationship, what the energy is between them. I want to look at what needs more attention. You know, if they're interested and open to growing together, what do they need to pay attention to? What are the areas of growth that they can really allow themselves to see, like where they can actually meet in the middle? If there is an issue. So that, and also what should they pay closer attention to, and what is the outcome of this relationship, whatever this is. Usually when I see the World, which is the card that I'm getting right now, that's usually the energy of something like transforming and moving into a new cycle. The World can be a very abrupt energy because it's kind of like the wheels have turned and now there's something new. Like there's a new perspective, there's a new outlook, an expectation of what's to come. So let's start. Let's see what these two cards were for them. So we had Temperance. Interesting because this came out for Taylor, finding balance in the midst of a number of different factors. There's a number of moving parts in her life. As a star, she has a number of other things that she can focus on. So it doesn't make it, it makes it easy for her to kind of move on into something else. It feels like balance is what she's focusing on right now. And then we also had the Seven of Wands, defensive energies. So there's this energy of finding balance, meditating, focusing on all the positive aspects of life, but also there's this energy of protection, like of protecting your stance, protecting your energy in some form. So that's what the energy already is coming out as. Now that's not the aura, but that's the two cards that I felt very strongly before we start. So let's continue. Let's start off with, let's see what attributes they bring to the relationship. So I'd like to have one card for my spirit team and theirs, one card for Olivia Rodrigo, and then one card for Taylor Swift. What are their light and dark attributes? What is the light attribute, spirit guides, angels, ancestors? Thank you guys so much for tuning in as well. I really love doing these readings for you guys. Okay, that's for Taylor. Oh, yeah, that's for Taylor. What is the light attribute for Olivia Rodrigo? Wow. A lot of light attributes coming out for her. I'm not going to take the ones that are down. I feel like this one's important, but these I won't put in. All right, what is her shadow? Let's do all of it at once. Wow, so this came out for both of them, victim. So there's like a victim mentality coming through. This prevents you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. Very protective energy. That was for both of them. Interesting. All right, what is the darker attributes of Taylor? What is the darker shadow attributes of Taylor? Okay, and what is the shadow attribute for Olivia? Okay, wow. There's a lot of things unsaid and unspoken between the two of them, because when I see cards flipping this constantly, this means that there's a lot of information that we don't know that they want us to know because no one's doing anything about it, which is really interesting. Okay. So Taylor, let's just start off with Taylor here. Her light attribute is visionary. So that's about the capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others. Willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. Nice. So that energy comes from a place of, I have so many creative outlets, so many creative ventures. I have so much teeming out of me. Like I have so much creative ability, influences, and I have so many ideas of what I want to do and what's not yet even conceivable yet to people. She has a lot of plans, okay? She's been planning a lot, and I got that in her reading. So this is not surprising. If you're following my content, I do these karmic archetypes, these archetype cards for a reason. So her energy towards the situation is that she is going to be herself and explain, I'm hearing explain nothing to no one, because she feels like she already is focused on her career, focused on her vision, focused on what she's doing, and she's going to keep going. Interesting. That makes sense. I mean, right? Don't feed the energy of something when you have so much else to give to your fans, to your friends, to the people around you that you care about. So what are the light attributes of Olivia that we should know? We have mother. Okay, so that's nurturance, patience, unconditional love, joy in giving birth to life. Very warm energy, very loving energy coming through from her. This is about someone who loves and dotes on people. Very Cancer-like energy. I don't know her sign, but even then, just we all embody some part of each sign, okay? When you look at your birth chart, there's like so many other signs, and just not just your sun sign. There's your moon, your rising, where everything is. And I feel like she comes from a place of nurturing people. She loves just having a really sweet perspective towards relationships. She's a very nurturing energy, very patient and very kind. She's probably waiting this out. If I were to say, just to start off, she feels like the kind of energy to just wait and allow things to happen and fall where it may. We have also guide, represents the nature of divine in life and in yourself. That's the energy of someone who recognizes their power, in the sense that they recognize that they have this influence on people, and it feels like she wants to be a guide to people. She wants to be like, for instance, this owl here. They usually come out at night. They're not like they're nocturnal creatures. They're not like seen by many people. It almost feels like, not saying that she doesn't want to be seen. I feel like she does, but she comes from a place of wanting to help and facilitate things for people. And she likes she's not really like upfront about her gifts. I feel like she has hidden things that she's good at that she hasn't shared yet. I feel like she has a lot to bring to the table, but she doesn't like forcefully try to pour it out to everyone. She only like really does it with the people that get her. Interesting. And we have our third one coming through for her, Goddess. She got 3 cards. Her energy is very powerful here. She has the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. She is in her power, in her feminine energy, 100%. Taylor seems more like she's focused on being like more passive right now, and it feels like she's focusing on other things. Her reading says a lot more. If you're interested in that, I have that already linked. But like we went into depth on her, so I feel like we're trying to tap into Olivia Rodrigo's energy. She's coming through with a lot of nurturing feminine vibes here. But what are their karmic archetypes? So for Taylor, we have teacher. The karmic archetype of this is manipulating or abusing students, teaching negative traits and destructive skills. This came through for her reading. So this is confirmation that this is her energy. She's being herself between the two of them. Now, this is not like new. So this is like the sense of her feeling like this controlling energy towards people that are influenced by her. Now, I may upset people, but this is what I see, and I'm not going to change it for anyone. This is what Spirit is saying. She tends to have this, because of her prowess and her visionary abilities, she is basically at a place of where she has an edge or a competitive nature about her, and she tends to look at people, and when she has someone that's going to be like a student for her, she tends to abuse that. It feels like she gives them knowledge or insight that's not necessarily all what they need. It's like she misses out key information, or she gives them advice that's not beneficial in the long term. And I feel like she either just doesn't really see the problem in these, meaning that it worked for her, but it's not meant to work for everybody. Like, for instance, some people are truly talented, for instance, at like singing, and the way that they would get ready for a show is that they would drink, like, you're not supposed to do this, but drink something that has a lot of milk in it. Maybe she had a latte before she would go out and perform. Example, okay? But so let's say she's really good at going on stage and drinking a latte beforehand, and that's what gets her ready. Most people can't do that because the content, the milk content, the fatty liquid is going to affect their voice, giving them like a not a very clear sound when they sing. She is giving advice that works for her, but not for everyone else. And I hope that makes sense. So she's coming from a place of maybe trying to impart wisdom, but it's not proofed or like soundproofed. It's not helpful to everyone. And it's not, I don't know what it is, but I'm getting like that marketing vibe, you know, when you think of like a pyramid scheme, you think of when people tell you half of the truth about something, but they don't tell you the rest. I don't know why, but she has like trade secrets that she doesn't share with people, and that is destructive because it's like there's like a sense of like holding on to this information and not trusting the universe that if people are meant to know it, people are meant to know it. Teachers should teach what they know, and I feel like there's some holes in what she knows and what she says. So that's for her. Between the two of them, she seems like the shadow archetype of a teacher, a karmic teacher. Now let's see what the karmic archetype is for Olivia. We have gossip. Wow. So we have thrives on the power of passing on private or secret information, betraying confidences. All right, I'm going to say it. So Olivia Rodrigo, she has had information and insight that she's received from someone, from Taylor. And in the relationship, she has actually passed it on to people. I don't think, okay, so here's what I think. I think that Taylor has prevented or not shared a lot of what her trade secrets are, of what she does in the industry, of how she comes to get so much popularity with her music, because she doesn't trust her. So she feels like, Taylor feels like Olivia is the kind of person who will talk behind her back and tell all her secrets. She does not trust her. That is clear. She has betrayed confidences, okay? She has been too vocal about certain things that should have been kept between them. She does not trust her at all with her information. Olivia is not a trustworthy person in this situation. Between the two of them, it seems like she's the one that talks too much. Drake got this card. So if that tells you anything, you can be a very like talented individual, very promising in your career path. She can have a huge career, and she already has a lot going for her, a lot of accolades. So I feel like this is not saying that she's not able to get anywhere with this, but I feel like in their relationship and their dynamic, she shouldn't have spoken as much as she did about her information, or she tested her potentially, and Olivia failed at the test of whether she's trustworthy with information. Okay. I feel like there's more here. She's not trustworthy. Okay. And that's why she's destructive about what information she gives to her. That really sucks, because if they were able to just talk it out and like actually trust each other and like have a foundation where they aren't talking behind each other's backs, they're actually like trustworthy. Taylor's all about trustworthiness. Recently she came out with an article about Suki Waterhouse and how she won't tell anyone's secrets. Suki Waterhouse, that she's just a really trustworthy person. That tells you a lot about what she looks for in friends and people that she feels close to, and I don't blame her. Okay, this is the aura surrounding the relationship. Okay, let's see what the aura is. High Priestess. Okay, they're both in their power intuitively. I feel like they already intuitively see the bullshit behind the mask. And what I mean by that is literally, I think when they first met each other, or literally just were in each other's energy, this is powerful. This is telling me that they literally could tell between the two of them if they were going to like each other or not. Even if they tried to give each other the benefit of the doubt, there was this intuitive sense like, I don't like her, or I don't see her as a friend, or there was already like a decision made in their hearts about each other. This is something that happens with some people where you just literally meet them and you just can't stand them, or you literally just meet them and then you also just love them. I don't know. It's just, this is what their energy is coming off as. They knew. They already know how this is going to go. They already kind of have a sense of where this is going to go. So it's it's just a matter of it catching up in regards to the information that comes out. But the three cards at the bottom of the deck were the Ace of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles. They're very independent energies. They have a passion for their art, for their craft. It feels like they just wanted to collaborate and come together for opportunities. It was for the opportunity's sake, but there's an independence about them. Okay, they're like independent. They're not interested in just. I'm hearing she doesn't feel independent. Olivia doesn't feel like she wants to be on anyone's bandwagon, like to be on the coattails of someone else. She wants to be her own distinct person, and that's very strong here. So what are the areas that need more attention, Spirit? We have the Five of Coins, not leaving each other out in the dark. It seems as though there's like a sense of like isolation between them. They try to avoid each other. I'm hearing at all costs. Eight of Swords, which is about like getting stuck in your head. I feel like they go through really like karmic, this is karmic energy. They go through thoughts where they're like thinking the worst of each other, or thinking the most negative thing about each other, and they get stuck in their head, and then they're just going through it in a cyclical way, like it's just over and over and over. Literally, the Eight of Swords tells you that the person in the picture has a way out, but they cannot see it. It's like they're so stuck in some perception of each other from that intuitive nudge, like how they felt in the first meeting. And that is what has framed their entire relationship. What needs work is a lot. It's more so like emotionally, there's just like this confusion between the two of them. There's fear. There's a sense of leaving each other out in the cold. Is there any other area that needs more attention, Spirit Guides, angels, ancestors? Thank you so much. And I'm hearing an M. I'm not sure. I'm hearing like minx. I don't know. It's why materials are coming through. But yeah, the areas that need more attention is healing on both of their ends. They both need to collectively heal. There's some insecurities that are projected here. It feels as though this is a lesson for them on balancing out their energies, because I feel as though they bring out the worst in each other. That's what I'm getting already right off the bat, is that like they have certain things they don't like about people. Like they have like, oh, I don't want a friend that's X, Y, or Z, and they're those things. That's interesting. There's always good in everyone, but I feel like they find the negatives, and the negatives are more strong. So what are their areas for growth? I'm seeing this card. Yeah, the King of Pentacles. It feels like their areas of growth is to continue expanding on their ventures, on their career paths, and seeing how they intersect and how they intermingle later on in life. I feel like if they focus on their bounty, they don't get stuck in their heads. They kind of move on into their own respective paths and continue to create a new, it's like focusing on their communities respectively. They'll be okay. The Nine of Swords is here. My throat chakra again. Oh my gosh. This is about staying up at night about a situation. This is like, I hate this energy. This happened in Taylor's reading last time. So annoyed by that. Okay. Ace of Swords. Okay. Let me collect myself, guys, because this energetically feels draining. Okay. They're going to be focusing on each other respectively, like focusing on their craft, focusing on their legacy, focusing on their own fans. Because there's already like this like decisiveness between their fans. We have the Ace of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. The best they can do is act on their gifts, act on what they know about each other, and move on. I don't see reconciliation here at all. This is about healing on your own time and healing in your own way. You have a Hierophant standing in your power. You know that they know both of them are like people that are of influence. They need to continue to remain professional and respectful. They need to continue to remain and adhere to what their guidance, their PR teams are saying, to continue to focus on their endeavors. So this is like they're keeping it really, they're trying to keep it as professional as possible. Whenever you hear information or insight from them, it's likely filtered heavily through PR to keep up appearances, to protect whatever is left of the appearances between them. Okay. So what is the most likely outcome of this relationship here? What is the most likely outcome, Spirit? Oh, okay. Why did that flip? The World. Like I said in the beginning of this reading, the World. It's the most likely outcome is for them to, what am I hearing? Metamorphosize, but also like when I think of the World, it's new beginnings. They're likely going to have to start fresh again, because I feel like they're going to have to heal their own respective traumas or triggers regarding each other when they first met and first like really spent time together. They need to really move forward and individually grow before they can come together again. Spirit, what is... So you know what's funny? I'm hearing something. So I'm hearing basically, you know how Taylor Swift like tends to be very wise about the people, the gossip and the rumors. She likes to get ahead of it before people start saying something. I'm sensing very strongly that she's going to try to get ahead of like the animosity and likely do something to kind of show that she's not against her. But it's to protect her professional nature. Yeah, with the Eight of Pentacles. This is about working on something, like working on maintaining some kind of professional energy between them. And that might be the clean slate that happens, is like her presenting the fact that she cares about young artists, or she cares about other people that are starting out, and that she's not trying to push anyone down or put anyone down. That is coming through. Strength is also coming through here. That's a toughness of will. She had that a number of times in her reading, at least once. Very tough energy, but that was her obstacle. What's interesting is now that's what the likely outcome is. The most likely outcome is of having self-control. She's going to be operating in something that she's not very strong in, because that was her obstacle. We also have the Magician. It feels like they're going to use it to their benefit. This is what the music industry does a lot. They utilize gossip, and they utilize dissension that may be real or imagined, okay? Real or imagined dissent or animosity towards people to help them sell their records, help them sell their music, help them sell anything. So I feel as though people are going to take a divided approach towards the two of them, and then they're going to use that and utilize it to manifest something for themselves. Like, hey, prove this person wrong, prove Taylor wrong, and focus on what music I provide. And people are going to be really gung-ho about this. I don't know what it is about divisiveness between human beings, but we tend to be real divisive, or like we like division, in the sense that we easily compare people all the time, when we should really just let them be their own person and see how they grow. I feel like this person that I'm talking about is more so on Olivia's side. There's going to be people that are dissenters of Taylor now, that are going to be like taking on her side, or taking her defense, or defending her, and also people on Taylor's side defending her. It's really, really frustrating. Judgment is here, because I feel like there's gonna have to be a new start. Professionally, they will come to a place of reconciliation, but I feel as though they're gonna wait and let people have their opinions of the two. And there's gonna be division here. I don't like that. 5 of Wands here. Okay. And I'm gonna be honest with you and upfront with you. I'm not on either side. So don't even try to put me in there. Okay. Just letting you know for the record, none of this is I'm not interested in either side. I just want to say that, because this is a really transformative time. This is going to teach both of them really big lessons. We have the 2 of Wands making plans towards an endeavor. I feel like they're going to be focusing so much on preparing and planning for their exits, or what they're going to be doing next. I feel like the tour is going to be her focus, of course, and they're just going to keep it at that. I'm feeling really strongly like the 3 here is important. We have the 5 of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Knight of Pentacles. Slow but steady, it's going to be like clear for you. You're going to start seeing them try to reconcile together. That's important to know here. Yeah, you might see them try to partner up or something to squash the beef, but they're going to let you play around with it a little bit. I don't like that energy. I don't like how the media tries to do that. Play around with you guys and your emotions so that they can get something out of it before they then drop it. Okay. So, what is the external vibe? How does she feel about her in this current moment in time right now? How does Olivia feel towards Taylor right now? Spirit guides, angels. Hearing hedonistic, or feeling like I just want to have fun, I just want to enjoy my life. What is the external vibe towards her? Yeah, externally she's like, I'm okay, we're good, I'm happy. You know, it's like a harmony is on her end. What is her external vibe? Yeah, Taylor's external vibe is the 8 of Pentacles. I'm just going to focus on my work. She's here like, I'm happy, everything's okay. And then Taylor's like, I'm working right now. Towards Olivia, like, I'm focused on my work. What is the internal vibe Olivia has towards Taylor? Internal is the Death card. I'm over it. Like, I'm pretty much like who I thought I knew in Taylor, or who I thought I understood, this influence in my life, they're dead to me. I don't know them. I don't know them as well as I thought I knew them. It's a very like transformational energy. Didn't we have the Death card earlier? So it's twice. This is about like a whole other perspective of this person. She sees Taylor completely differently now. Okay. But look at how different these energies are. Smiling, happy, enjoyable, death. That's just interesting. It just goes to show how PR is and how people are in order to save face here. Okay, what is Taylor's internal vibe towards her? 2 cards came through. We have the King of Cups and the Tower. She's sitting very comfortably on her throne, and she's feeling like time will tell. Let's see if she stands up to what she's doing and how she's creating her craft. It feels like she's like more so smug. It's a very smug energy coming from her, because at the bottom of the deck, that tells you the overall energy of her cards. We have the Devil, the Page of Wands, and we have the Lovers. So we're having this sense of like her seeing competitive energy with her, feeling competitive towards her, feeling like I have so much and I'm so emotionally like stable, and I want to see how you do, how you operate, and how things work out for you, because I'm expecting a Tower. Okay, she feels like she's not very like stable yet. She is. So Taylor feels like a lot more like, let's wait and see how things go. because I feel like when you see the Lovers and the Devil, it's like a karmic or competitive energy. When you think of Adam and Eve in the Lovers card, you think of how Eve decided to take from the fruit of the fruit, and Adam didn't know about it. It was something done in secret that she did on her own, that she decided to do because she thought she knew or understood enough to do it. She brought it over to him and he ate in trust. But there's like not like a balanced, equal give and take between the two of them. It's more like, I give you your fruit and you eat it. So she feels like she gave to her and she ate it. And she feels very happy with that and content in the fact that she knows she was influential in her life. But it seems more like competitive now. Like, okay, what are we going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? How are you going to move forward? So she's just kind of like a wait and see energy of like, let's see how time, how things go with you on your end. Yeah. And look at that. So we had the Five of Wands for both of them. I kid you not. So what's helping or hurting the situation, honestly? What is helping or hurting the situation? Wow. Okay, let's take everything that wasn't turned up. We have the Five of Pentacles. Feeling left out in the dark. Didn't we have the Five of Pentacles earlier? So she was feeling left out in the dark. Both of them were feeling left out in the dark. Both were feeling like there wasn't much. It's feeling like, that's interesting. I'm seeing those two cups in the back, if you guys can see that. And I'm feeling really strongly like basically they felt like they didn't get much in each other and that they had so much hopes. They had so much hope for this relationship initially. They were like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to meet her. I've heard about her, both of them. But there was like a loss where they felt like they actually didn't feel like they vibed. And that was like a disappointment for them. They felt left out in the dark with each other. They didn't feel like they understood each other. They feel like there was a disconnect between them. And they felt like there wasn't enough balance. There wasn't enough balance between them. Synergy is what I'm hearing. And I feel like that's karmic. Interesting. There's something that they're showing each other through this relationship. And I feel like a dominating energy. Like, I just saw like the Emperor turn over, and I feel like the abuse of authority affected Olivia, where she felt like, you know what, you're trying to control me and control my product. I don't think so. And then Taylor came from the place of I can't trust you because you don't seem to hold on to information and keep it. You give people secret information about things. I don't trust that. They really just were very off-putting. They were very off-putting to each other. And it's like almost like they needed to show each other aspects that they need to heal, like not being a gossip and also not being withholding information from your students. The Page of Cups is here, inner child trauma. There's something about inner child healing between these two that has to happen. Okay, so that is what I have for you guys today. Feel free to like, share. Let me know what videos you'd like to see in the future by commenting below. Also, feel free to look into my Buy Me a Coffee, where I provide exclusive content for a low price. I do more in-depth readings like this, and I also do personal readings for people that is catered to their situation, what they're going through. But if that is all that I can do for you guys today, thank you so much for watching, and make sure that you also sub to the Scribe, the Hermetic Herald. You take care. Bye.